It's finals day in Finland, and after a week that's tested both skill and stamina in equal measure, champions will be crowned at the Energia Arena on the concluding day of the Clash of Clans Arctic Open, and you will have the best seat in the house to watch it all happen live. Real sense of anticipation here in Finland. We're in Vantaa, just north of the capital, Helsinki. And we are set for what should be a thrilling day. All 5 finals coming up live, kicking off in just a few minutes with the mixed doubles match. It's part of the HSBC BWF World Tour. And this gentleman is Oliver Oldorf, who's part of the Finland under-19 national team, bringing on the World Tour Trophy final. Of course, we'll be there covering that for you in Hangzhou in December, just before Christmas in China. Thank you very much, Oliver. Here's our lineup then, starting with the mixed doubles final, as I mentioned. There have been 4 meetings this year between Feng and Huang and Jiang and Wei. The top seeds have won the lot. Then it's the women's singles. Neither Han nor Wang have ever won a Super 500 event. It looks desperately hard to call. The men's centre stage after that, Li Zijie said he nearly took a break from the game after a miserable 2023. Is this the day he turns it round? Youngsters Liu and Tan have been a revelation in the last few months and start favourites to land a 3rd title this season against the experienced ties Kitty Harakul and Prejong Jiang. And our finale is another youth versus experience affair. Veteran Danes Astrup and Rasmussen looking to secure a 3rd Super 500 title this term against Man and Kai of Malaysia. A look at how the mixed doubles draw has panned out. No real problems, as you can see, for the top seeds. Pretty much straight games all the way. Their opponents were taken to a decider in their semi-final against Chen and To. So as mentioned, Feng and Huang start pretty solid favourites. Now here's the HSBC race to the finals. This is for Hangzhou, as I mentioned a moment ago. And you can see that the top seeds today are leading the way at the moment in that race. Seo and Chae of Korea, 2nd in those rankings. No European pairs appear in the top 10 at the moment. Of course, that could change as we build up towards Hangzhou in December. My name is Trevor Harris, alongside Chris Langridge, Olympic medalist. Chris, should be a fascinating day today, and as I mentioned in my introduction, we've got a few youth versus experience battles, which is always good to watch.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got, 5 really exciting games, all for slightly different reasons. The first 3 obviously being the same nation playing each other, which often proves to be a very interesting game. And I think the first game that we start with, the mixed doubles, you got 3 players of very similar age, which are kind of the new generation of the Chinese crop, as it were. And then you've got 1 player, the Olympic gold medalist, loads of experience, one of the best players in the world for probably 5-6 years. And it's going to be really exciting because they're going to be 2 pairs that are battling it out to try to qualify for the Olympics, because with the current rules you can only have 2 pairs qualifying. They both have to be top 8 in the world.
Yeah, speaking about Huang Dongpyeong, who of course won the Olympic title with Wang Yiyu, in addition to 7 World Tour titles as well. And as you can see, players now entering the arena. The officials will be there to greet them. And it won't be too long until we are off and underway on finals day here in Vantaa. It has been a very straightforward path through to the final for Feng and Huang. We've got the dry ice going as well. It's an arena that can seat up to 3,500. Actually only opened back in 2006. And it's used for a whole host of sports as well as badminton. Handball here and gymnastics, cheerleading competitions. get some cheering later on, I think, especially when we get towards the men's doubles, which is the finale. No Finnish players involved, but we've got a couple of Danes in the men's doubles final, and usually they attract pretty decent support in these parts. Well, I told you they'd lost all 4, and there's the proof of it. They've all been this year. 2 actually of those matches were finals. The Korea Open and also the Indonesia Masters.
Back for you. Third for you. Good choice. Back side. Serve or receive? Serve. Serve. You will serve. Who will receive?
So while the players just sort themselves out, we can give you a little bit of information on this quartet, and obviously some.
I think she played incredible throughout the match. I think Jiang was maybe a little bit up and down in his performance, but it's going to be a very exciting game today.
We're just about set. Stand by for the umpire introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Jiang Zhengbang and Wei Yaxin, China. And on my left, Feng Yanji and Huang Dongping, China. Wei Yaxin to serve, Feng Yanji, the ball, play.
So here we go. First shuttle hitting anger on finals day here in Vanta.
Service over. 1 love.
Well, if that's the kind of rally we're going to be in for over the next hour or so, no one's going to complain. And I see what you're saying, Chris. Wei was exceptional there at the net at that point.
Yeah, and she was yesterday, you know, making great moves forward, very solid. And yeah, definitely a great second rally to start the match with.
Service over.
Slightly snatched at that one. Good chance there to just put pressure on their Chinese teammates.
Well, it's contagious. Couple of chances missed, both sides.
Yeah, and this is the thing in that situation, you don't have to win the point, you just put pressure on your opponents. Because they're keeping the attack, and he's just gone for too much. It looks like he's off balance. Maybe he slightly lost track of the shuttle or sight of it, got his footwork slightly wrong.
Just long.
And although it's not incredibly quick in here, we've seen a lot already go out the back, as in we've seen two a long way out the back. So that's why it's so important to control the mid-court.
Made no mistake with that.
Yeah, and that's where Wei, she's just hit slightly the wrong shot. She's hit it too deep and it's still rising there. And that's why he's so dangerous. Feng having it, you know, he's such a tall character that if anything is going in an upward direction to him, he's going to punish it. He's going to put the shuttle away.
6'5", Feng Yanjie.
Great interception there. Good serve. And Huang, she's just ready. Rack it up. Didn't play a fantastic shot, but just made it difficult for her teammates to do anything with it. Wow, she did incredible there to control that net cord. I think everyone was shocked by what actually happened.
They weren't expecting that, were they?
Jiang played an incredible net cord there, and she somehow, the spin she put on that to get it back. And then just confusion from Wei and Jiang.
I hear what you say, that it may well be close, but with a 4-love head-to-head deficit, if they don't get off to a good start, Jiang and Wei might start to put themselves under a little bit of pressure, and they're 3 points behind already here.
Good play from Jiang there, moving the shuttle around really well, getting the attack in the net. He ends up getting a slightly short lift. And in great placement. Jiang worked the rally really well there.
At the moment, just a few too many cheap points being offered up by Jiang and Wei. And Feng and Huang will need no further encouragement.
think everyone thought it was a double hit. But they did the right thing. If you're not sure, you just carry on playing until the referee says anything. Sorry, the umpire, until the umpire says anything.
Wow.
Brilliant defense. Absolutely brilliant.
That was absolutely hammered, wasn't it, at Huang? And how well did she do? Fantastic.
And also, she's put pace back in, and she's controlled it to perfection on the back line. Because we've already seen some of the shuttles go flying out the back, so you have to have exactly the right power to get it deep but not out.
Yeah, I think Jiang left it because he just couldn't believe that she would be able to control it like that. And it actually landed about, oh, I don't know, a foot and a half inside the back line. 5-9.
Service over. 10-5.
Just that angle from Feng, he's just hit so steep, and when you're taking it that low, you see on this replay here, it's so hard to control the shot when you're taking it that low because you have to hit it in an upward direction, and blocking, it makes it so difficult to play a good block.
So a scoreline that they will certainly relish. 11-5 in favour of the top seeds at this mid-game break. In just 6 minutes on court. No coaches, obviously, with two pairs from the same nation. So they're going to have to work it out for themselves, Jiang and Wei.
20 seconds. Ready? 11-5. Play.
Well, just missed it, but that was an intriguing little net battle between the two ladies out there, Huang and Wei.
Yeah, it's a very, very high level exchange from the ladies at the net. Good attack from Jiang. You can see when he was going across at Huang, you know, he wasn't really getting anything. In the end, he ends up going straight. Yeah, Feng, he's too far across the center. He's got to be covering his line a fraction more.
Well, immediate challenge here from Jiang and Wei, and I think they might get some joy from this, because it looked to me as though it might have just sneaked wide. First time today, Hawkeye in action. Both pairs get 2 challenges per game. If they are correct, they keep the challenge. Yeah, as in this case.
Correction, out. 8-11. Play.
So the first 3 points after the mid-game break to the number 4 seeds. A little mini comeback developing here.
Very good return from Feng. He's so tall that he's on the return so early. He's getting in a downward direction. There's not much you can do except lift off that. And the lift's so short, and in that position, his attack is absolutely incredible.
6'5", mid-court.
Yeah, you're in a lot of trouble.
Doesn't come back, does it? Not very often.
Service over. 9-12.
Wow, brilliant shot from Jiang there. Got up, read it pretty well, but got up and played the placement, the angle. That was an incredible shot. A return, okay, it was upwards and it was a fraction short, but still.
Service fault called too high.
Well, that's a pity from Jiang and Wei's point of view, called by the service judge, Rina from Switzerland. Have to serve from below 1.15 meters, not the case that time.
Great interception from way at the net, and you can see no one wants to lift. It's a flat game, it's a battle, and that's why it's so imperative here. That's a great cutout. That's what set the rally up. Way at the net, that cutout around the head. Wow, that's absolutely incredible defense there.
I mean, that's almost half skill and half instinct, because that was hit really hard at Feng.
They found the gap incredible and played to perfection.
Well, he knew he'd misjudged it, Jiang. Flicked the racket at it almost as a token gesture in the end.
And before that, Jiang played a great rally. He's so early there. And he gets what he wants, which is the lift, and it's just that indecision. Is it in, is it out? And then he just decides far too late, and yeah.
Service over. 12-15.
Looked a little bit uncomfortable on that serve, maybe thinking two different things at once.
I was going to say, it looked like he overthought it. Need a clear mind when serving. Here's Wei.
Service over.
She didn't quite move her feet. She had it. Just reached rather than moved.
Just seems like every time Jiang and Wei get kind of within range, Feng and Huang kind of snuff out their impetus. 4 points ahead again.
That's why it's so dangerous to lift, just because his attack, it is so good. I wouldn't say it's an incredibly quick call, but it's a fairly quick call overhead, and it's so important to get the attack. And again there, I don't think Feng has to go out. I don't think he has to lift in that situation. He can just push it, push the shuttle flat. There, he could have pushed it straight. Almost faded the shuttle in. Very well placed attack.
Service over. 18-30.
It's a good serve, good return, and then just a fraction off Wei.
Oh, that superb angle really was from Huang.
Yeah, and Huang, she covered so well. She split off there to cover the other side, and then brilliant shot. Just held it and went back cross.
Service over. 14-19.
Snatched at it slightly, Feng. I think something Jiang and Wei have to do almost every time they're pushing the first shot at Feng. He's just blocking. They almost have to take that risk and chase forward on the first one. After that, in the rally, he's putting pace in.
So that drifts wide, and it sets up 6 game points for the #1 seed.
14.
Well, in less than a quarter of an hour, 21 points to 14. I wouldn't say that Jiang and Wei were being schooled exactly, but they just always looked to have the upper hand, Chris, Feng and Huang, I thought, that game.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, Jiang and Wei was too many unforced errors. Don't get me wrong, there were situations where they were put under pressure and that's different, but if we look at the basic mistakes they made, I would say 5, 6 gifts they gave their opponents. And Huang, I mean, she showed her class in the first game. Didn't really put a foot wrong, very consistent, very solid, did her job incredibly well. Just too many mistakes from the younger pair there for me. That last shot there, she's in an okay position.
Feng. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Ready? Change.
So let's find out whether Jiang and Wei came up with a plan during that 2-minute interval to try and make themselves more competitive in the second game. Feng to get us started.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, incredible attack, but it was the cross-court block which got them the lift from Feng there. And then this attack, I mean, the placement, it's not even that powerful, it's just the placement. It's the angle, he's so tall that it's so steep, and you're talking almost on the... Incredible.
Well, I was going to say error of judgment, but they're going to challenge this. Jiang and Wei.
It looked like Wei was very confident that was out.
Well, they're 1 for 1 so far after a successful challenge in the first game. See whether Hawkeye helps them out again, and indeed it does.
Correction, out.
Good challenge, and you know, that just showed why it's so important to make your opponent lift. Because in the end there, Feng, fairly comfortable position, lifted out. It's not the easiest hole to lift in.
No challenge this time.
Service over. 2,
I think they thought about it, but I don't think they could see.
Yeah,
Feng was in the way. It was hard to see.
Yeah. And so early in the game, don't really want to burn one.
Yeah, Feng's done the right thing there. He's chased forward. He's put pressure on his opponent here. So he's put pace in, and then he takes a step forward. And he's not going to be able to kill it, but he's going to be there early enough that he can kind of neutralize the rally. Great move from Wei there. She just pushed it, and a racket's not quite quick enough to come back up. This one here steps in so well, and then racket just goes down. It's too low. Takes her too long to get a racket back up. balanced out.
5-1.
Again, it was good control of the rally from Huang.
Okay.
Earlier on in that rally, she got them the attack and kept it.
So often, especially on these longer points, Feng and Huang have come up with the answer. Just can't really settle into any kind of a rhythm, Jiang and Wei. Already some way behind in the second game. It's just unrelenting pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is the thing. The younger players, Jiang and Wei, they've got to find a way of keeping the shuttle flat or getting the attack, because the start of the second game, it has been a bit one-sided, and it's mainly stemmed from them having to lift, them hitting in an upward direction. You can't against the big man and also the Olympic gold medalist.
Ready?
Yeah, that is a seriously potent combination.
It's obviously interesting what China have done to put a more experienced player with a young player who they see has a lot of potential, and it's a recipe for success. It's what a lot of nations, I'm sure, would like to do, but they maybe don't have the possibility to do. But it's good that Huang, she's taken that on and she's guiding her partner into how to become, one of the very best pairs in the world.
Oh, a little unlucky. They want to challenge it. I don't think they're going to have any joy, but it was brilliant racket skills again from Huang, even if she hasn't quite made it. Because once again, it was fairly hammered at her. First time they've asked Hawkeye to have a look. Always look wide.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 2-6. Play. Service over. 7-2.
And this is the thing, it's the consistent attack, as in they are keeping the attack. And it's kind of when you keep the attack, you're asking your opponent questions. The more questions you ask them, eventually they're going to get one wrong. And in that situation, Jiang, it's a comfortable mistake, but it's just because their opponents are keeping the attack, keeping the pressure on them.
Foot on the throat again.
And brilliant from Huang. She read it so well. We get to see this on the replay. She plays a shot and covers cross, but at the speed, she knows exactly. Look at this, covers cross. She knows exactly where that's going, and that's because she trains with her opponents day in, day out. She's read that to perfection. Now more and more mistakes are creeping in from Jiang and Wei, and you can see in their body language, I think they're starting to doubt themselves, and if they can really turn this around.
Oh, yes.
I mean, brilliant again. She's putting on a bit of a masterclass today. She really is showing she's a level above. She's barely put her foot wrong all match so far. Good control there. Just nice push. Good shot from Jiang there. Stepped in, got the shuttle going in a downward direction, and he could see his opponent. Feng was predominantly on his forehand in the here. Kind of waiting on his forehand, yeah, and hits his round head where the space is. Feng's also left too big a gap down the line.
Well, it's a big, big lead, this, at the mid-game interval. 11 points to 3 twice in this game so far. They've won 5 points on the spin, those two. This is turning into Well, rather more of a one-sided final than we expected. Yes, they had a 4-love head-to-head, but 21-14 in the opener and now 11-3. Struggled to see a way back for Jiang and Wei at this point.
And every time the Jiang and Wei are serving to Feng, they're serving to his racket, and his returns are very good because he's very tall, so he can almost reach forward, but they're serving onto his racket. They need to serve into a more awkward position, so he can't just reach forward. They've got to serve across him or away from him, drive serve, flick serve, something different because he's so comfortable in return of serve.
11-3, play.
It's the right shot from Feng, just a fraction out. It's definitely the right shot in between the two players. Good from Jiang. He's getting the shuttle going in a downward direction there. When Feng had to take it, you can see he's taking the shot here. He's taking this pretty low. Makes it a lot more difficult to play a good block in that situation. Also, he's not stepped in, he's not moved into the shuttle. It's again, though, if we look at this return of serve, they've served to his racket, which is what I just said. They can't serve to his racket. He just reaches forward, he gets a net cord return. There, it's exactly to his racket. He's got something like 75% of his returns have been net cords because they're serving exactly where he wants it.
Just mark that down at 11:37, mistake from Huang Dongpyun.
It's better from Wei there, just hitting ready. Every shot, racket ready, active. Just keeping the pressure on.
So they've won 4 of the first 5 points after the mid-game interval.
Similar in the first as well, I think, after the break. Good defense there from Wei. They did very well to survive the rally because the whole rally pretty much they were on the defense, and it did again stem from the return of serve. Wei does really well here.
Ready?
So from 11-3 down, just giving themselves a glimmer here.
Feng, he doesn't have to lift in that situation. He could push it straight, make the shuttle dip, fade the shuttle straight to keep the shuttle flat over the net.
Well, it's a red rag to a ball. He's just never going to miss from that range.
Again, if Huang there, if she gets that chance to play a net shot, she plays a net shot, keeps it simple, gets her partner the attack, very well placed, puts it in the gap. Jiang's got to be covering those tram lines. But again, Feng and Huang, they're getting the attack almost every rally. Wow. Can't get this one back.
Trick shots as well, though, from Huang Dongpyun.
It's the only way at the moment they can win a rally almost when they get a net cord. That was incredible to block that. And then here, perfect net shot. Absolutely perfect from Wei.
9-40. Service over.
It's the right shot.
15.
Could even push it a fraction
9.
deeper into court. There, that's where the gap is.
Well, that was a gift, which Bang was never going to pass up.
Yeah, the indecision there from Feng here. Not sure if it's his or what he's doing, but he's waiting for the shuttle. You can't wait for the shuttle. You've got to meet the shuttle, go to it. There's also a fraction too deep there in defence. He's got to be covering the middle on the cross. Brilliant defence, brilliant.
11, 15.
Here, drags her opponent out to open the court up. Then when she has the space, puts the shuttle perfectly into the big gap that she created.
Made it look ridiculously easy, but backhand across the body, tough shot to play. Well, that was wild, and they're right back in this now.
Yeah, Wei again did incredible in that rally. The way she played it, the way she defended, stepped forward, then she got a bit unlucky with the net cord. That there, but she did great to get it. She's just raised her level since the break.
Ready.
I think Wei's played very well.
Just making the #1 seeds think a little bit here. Great get. Oh, what a point.
Great rally, great rally. We had everything there. Dive there, brilliant pickup. Moving the shuttle round. Great turn there. Good drive, well placed. You can see where the gap is. Where he's not quite far enough across to cover the line.
Thank you.
That was a brilliant rally.
Yep, most entertaining of the match. And it's just extended Feng and Huang's cushion.
Feng. Ready.
Just when Jiang and Wei were hinting they might get back into this. They're not out of it, for sure.
16, 12.
And that was a bit of a gift. They both had it, but it's just the indecision. Whose is it? I think Wei goes for it, then leaves it, then goes for it. Her partner, Jiang's there.
And in the end, they both swung or half swung at fresh air. Or maybe they've extinguished the fire in Jiang and Wei now after what was a pretty spirited fight back from 11-3 down at the mid-game interval.
Yeah, I feel now it's just slipping away. There were glimpses where they were pulling it back. Their form just looked a bit better, looked a bit more even. A few cheap points now have escaped them.
So 8 championship points for Feng and Jiang and Huang Dong-kyung.
over. 30-20.
Great rally again.
I think Feng's okay.
The young pair, they've shown moments of brilliance. Here, great rally from them. They pulled this second game right back to 15-12 at one point, and then they just let it slip again.
Thank you. Ready?
Well, they've saved 3 championship points, but problem is still 5 more.
Play.
And that will do it. 21-15 in that second game. It's only taken 36 minutes. And Feng and Huang are the Clash of Clans Arctic Open champions for 2023. And I think when Jiang and Wei look back on it, they'll accept that they were distinctly second best on the day. So they extend that head-to-head record over their compatriots to 5-0, 21-14, 21-15. There's confirmation, 36 minutes, the official match time. Look at the final point again. More indecision from the 2 in red there on that point. Still think they've got work to do, Chris, to try and bring themselves up to somewhere close to Feng and Huang's level.
Yeah, it was tough. I don't think they performed at their level today, but I think full credit because Feng and Huang, I think they played very well. I mean, Huang barely put a foot wrong. Feng he did his job incredibly well. Yeah, I think they're a little bit off the pace, especially today.
Presentation for the mixed doubles event at the 2023 edition of Clash of Clans Arctic Open, powered by Yonex, part of HSBC BWF World Tour. Please welcome the finalists. The runner-up, Jiang and Wei Yaxin, China.
Gave it all they had. And that little spirited mini comeback in the second game.
And the mixed double champion of the first ever Arctic Open, Feng Yan Che and Huang Dongping, China.
Who have not dropped a single game all week. Can't really argue
the prizes
they don't deserve to win this championship.
The mayor of the city of Vantaa, Mr. Pekka Timonen.
runners-up money in the doubles, $15,960 US, go along with those medals. And of course the all-important ranking points that go with getting to a final. Got a whole hamper there.
Please salute our great finalists.
First prize in the doubles, $33,000 US, just over actually. So they're going to take a few photos. And some pictures. So still 4 finals to bring you. We've sorted out the mixed doubles, and our next match is going to be an all-China affair again, this time in the women's singles, as the number 3 seed Han Yue takes on number 5 seed Wang Zi. That's next.